Coach, when you take a look at this Adams Central team, obviously coming off a big victory last week, what are you guys doing well as a team that you're looking to carry over into what will be a challenge on Friday night against a good Bluffton squad?
Well, they like a good challenge. They really do. Each week has had different opportunities for them to face obstacles, and they really rise to the occasion. They're very coachable. They're fighters. They like to play hard. They can be frustrating because they just make some early mistakes. We're still young and inexperienced in some spots, so we still struggle a little bit with that. Sometimes it takes a while for us to get going. Our first half against Heritage and our first half against South Adams wasn't clicking on all cylinders, but then they're able to come back and do that. So I would say this team likes a good fight. They like a good challenge.
You look at Bluffton over the course of the season, not last Friday notwithstanding, offensively, they've been doing it through the air. They put up some really good numbers on the offensive side. What do you need to do well defensively to corral some of the things that they do well on the offensive side?
You got to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Once he gets outside, he's a very good runner. So we're going to have to contain him and make him throw and make sure that our guys in the right areas to be able to at least knock it down or make the tackle quick if they catch the ball. I mean, they're going to move the ball. They're going to have catches that they're going to catch, but we have to really do a good job of containing him.
You take a look at the last 3 seasons you guys have ended up down in Indianapolis, and last year's senior class was a group that had really been the motor for that to a certain degree. Because you have so many new faces, as you alluded to, where have you seen them grow up the most, and what has that process been like for you this year?
Yeah, we've seen them grow up quite a bit. I mean, especially since game 1 with Garrett, where our seniors, for example, have finally taken the challenge of being a leader on this team. For the last 3 seasons, those that have even played have had guys that are older than them always leading, and they were always kind of the support players. Well, now they are the players, and that was the big challenge after Garrett is, you guys can't rely on anybody else to make plays. You have to make the plays, and I think our seniors really took that to heart and have really been doing that. They've been making plays. They've been doing their job. Those have kind of been the themes that we've been looking at. But they have really pulled it together as a team. They again, very coachable. They work well together, and I really like how they have, when they make mistakes, because they're going to make mistakes, they forget it real quick. And I think some teams can't handle that. They make a mistake and then they get down and then they can't recover. This team makes mistakes and they can recover. That's one thing I really like about them.
When you take a look at the ACAC standings, you win on Friday, you clinch your 4th straight conference championship. Especially with a new group of guys, how do you approach a game of that magnitude, where I imagine winning a conference championship is one of the goals at the beginning of the season, and this Friday goes a long way in determining that?
Well, again, like I said, these guys have always been kind of the support to the group that's been older than them. So this is their team, and so it means a great deal to them, because everybody says, well, the guys ahead of you were so good that you guys aren't as good, and I think that really fuels a fire under them, that they want to be able for their own to prove that, hey, we can play football too. And that's kind of their mantra, a little bit of what fuels them. So yeah, to win a conference for this group of seniors means a great deal. And I know they're going to come out ready to play, and they're going to be ready to fight against a really good Bluffton team that can beat you in a lot of different ways. They're good defensively, they're good offensively, but it means a great deal to this group.
Final question, what are you most looking forward to about Friday? I mean, conference championship, 2 communities that support their teams. There's going to be a ton of people here. It's going to be our highlight zone game of the week. There's a lot of people looking forward to this game. What are you most looking forward to?
I just look forward to the game itself. It's a fun game to have a challenge, and this is a big challenge. I love playing in big games. These guys have played in a lot of big games, and there's just a lot of emotion. There's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of energy, and that's something that I love to see in the kids, and I love to see how that affects them and impacts them, and having the community around too. Having both communities who support their programs, the fans are going to be here, the stands will be packed. It just adds to everything that the game is about.